Welcome to Techi. We installed the centos-webpanel in our previous video. Now in this video, let's try to configure the CWP web panel. In this video, we will configure the NAT settings, DNS name server, and we will also set the control panel to the latest PHP version. So let's move ahead and get started. So now I am on a server, and if you see this notepad, you can see this IP. This is my public IP, and this is the port number which CWP panel uses for the administration. Let's try to log in. You can see the IP address and the port number 2031. Let me log in here. So we are logged in, and you can see the warning and the possible NAT networking detected. So we are using NAT setting. If you click on the CWP setting here, you can see the edit setting, and here you can see the shared IP. And make sure that this shared IP here you have default your public server IP. If you put the private IP here, it will give you the error. So make sure that in the shared IP you should always have your public IP, and the port should be 80 by default, and you can set your email here. For an example, I will put the info at this email and will copy and forward the server system email. It will send you the alert from the firewall or any admin related issue. So this is our shared IP, that is a public IP, and here you can see activate NATed network configuration. Here we have a local IP, that is a 192.168.0.90. so let me click on activate the NAT. You can just click this rebuild all web server we host with the new IP address. I will click on save changes. You can see here it says don't forget to rebuild the web server, so I will click on rebuild the web server, and now you have to select the default web server. If you want to use Apache only, you can select this. If you need the Nginx only, you can select this option. Here we have the other option as well, light speed enterprise, that will be free for 30 days. After that you have to pay for it. Nginx and Apache, Nginx and Varnish, Nginx and Varnish and Apache. I will go with this option. Here we have Nginx and Varnish and Apache, and you can just click on save and rebuild the configuration. If you click on this option like force Apache to use the PHP FPM selector, this option is only available if you are using CWP Pro version, that is a licensed version. So right now we do not have that license, so we will just click on save and rebuild the configuration, and just wait for a while. It will rebuild the configuration. Now it has finished the configuration. You can see all these messages. Nginx installation done, and it has installed all the required things. It is completed now. We have set it to the Nginx and Varnish and Apache. So let's go back to the dashboard. Now let's go to this server setting option. Here if you see this change host name, from here you can change the host name. Like if you want to change a new host name, you can change it from here. And here you can see your host name is this cwp.testingo.n. You do not have a valid host name set, and the reverse DNS is also failed. And if you see the CWP admin panel by the host name, if you want to open it by the host name, you can use these URLs. But for an example, if I open this with the https cwp.testingo.in, this is the host name, it will throw us an error because right now we haven't set our DNS things properly. These URLs for the admin panel, and these are for the user panel. With HTTP they can use 2082 port, and with the SSL they have to use 2083, and same with the admin panel. You can see the port numbers are there. So we have to set the DNS first. So if we go to the DNS function here and we'll edit the name server IP, here we have to set our DNS. But before setting the DNS, you have to configure your name server with your domain provider. So let's do that. I have a testingo.in purchased from the GoDaddy. So let's set it on the GoDaddy. You can see our IP is this 122.160.3 192.168.133.179, that is our public IP. So I'm logged into my GoDaddy account and you can see the domain name, that is testingo.in. I will click on DNS, and if you want to set the name server, you can do it from here. And if you want to set the host names, you have to click here on the host name. You can see host name let you use your domain to create custom name server that can be used on this and other domains. So I will click on add and I will say ns1 and the IP address this. I'll click on save ns2.testingo.in. I'll put the same IP, click on save. So you can see the putting your domain name in the host name field means you are registering ns1.testingo.in.testingo.in. So you have to just only type the ns1 or ns2. So in our case it is set and it says double check, and you can see ns1 and ns2 both are pointing to this. And if you want to cross check it, you can cross check it with the DNS propagation website. If you type here DNS propagation, and DNS propagation always takes some time to get propagated. You can check here with the, like for an example, I type the testingo.in. Right now it is not pointing to any host name, and if we see the name server, the name server is not updated yet. So whenever you update this name server, you have to wait for some time until it gets propagated. So here name server are there, and here you can see that older name server is ns1.cwphosting.net. You can see it is showing us ns1.cwphosting.net. This is the one it is set here. So we need to change this name server as well, and I will change it to ns1.testingo.in. We are making our own name server, testingo.in. Now click on save and click on continue. So these setting you have to do with your domain hosting provider. Let me refresh it, and if we go to the name server again, now our name server is ns1.testingo.in, ns2.testingo.in, and the host name, they are pointing to the ns1 and ns2. They both are pointing to the same IP, that is 122.160.33.179. and same setting we have to do with our CWP panel as well. So let's go to the CWP panel. So here let's set the name server. So we have set the name server as ns1.testingo.in, and the second one was ns2. I'm using a single IP right now, so we will point it to the same IP, and the IP is 122.160.33.179. So after putting this, you can click on save. Just wait for a while and it will set the settings. Whenever you set the DNS, make sure that you should wait for a proper time and check the replication, like until the DNS is propagated properly. And in the server tab, if you see the change host name, once this error is gone, it will show you the IP of your host name, but you have to wait for a while. One more thing I would like to tell you, that if you see here, we have a new host name as CWP testingo.in, and if we go to the DNS function, list DNS zone, here you can see the zone is not present there. So what you can do here, so go to the server settings, change host name, and what you have to do, you need to just click on this change host name. You not need to change anything from here. Click on just change host name. You can see the host name changed successfully. And if we go to the DNS function again, let me go to the dashboard first. We have changed the name, so it's giving us the same error, the SSL error. Right now we do not have SSL, that's why it is giving that error. So let's go to the DNS, and if I go to the list DNS zone, now you can see the cwp.testingo.in is there, and now it has configured the DNS for our host name. You can see we have a host A record and all the important and required DNS records are there. After putting the name server, you need to just check this. Once it is resolved, that means it is set. It will take some time. Right now it is not resolving to anywhere. Let's go to the PHP setting until the DNS are propagated. Let me go back to the dashboard. Here you can see the DNS server. If you want to restart it, you can restart from here. Apache web server, you can start from here. All the services you can restart from here. From here you can see the CPU model number, CPU details, kernel version, uptime and server time. And here the your IP, your name server, your shared IP and your host name. And here you can see the Apache version, PHP version. Right now we are using 5.6. The MySQL version is 10.4.32 FTP, and SSH port we are using the default that 22. We can change this as well, and MySQL port is this. So let's go to the PHP settings. This PHP settings, you can see the PHP info. Right now it is 5.6.37. that is very older version. If we go to the PHP version switcher, we have all the options for the latest PHP. So right now it is 8.3 is the latest one. I will set it to the 8.20. So let me select this, and now we have to click on save and rebuild. I am keeping the all the option as default, and you can see here the PHP building 8.2 with selected option has started successfully. And if you want to see the view logs, you can click on view logs, and here you will see like what is happening behind the scenes. It's updating the CentOS mirror, and it takes some time like 10 to 15 minutes. Here it says like installation can take up to 15 minutes. You can see here it is compiling the PHP, and it will complete it within few minutes. One more important thing I would like to tell you that, as you know that we are using the NAT configuration, you also need to forward the port on your router. If I go to my router settings, I'm using the D-Link router, and if we go to the function advanced virtual server, I have forwarded the HTTPS port to the local IP, that is 0.90, and this is a UDP DNS. Also I have forwarded it to the 192.168.0.90. Same with the 2031 port and the alternate DNS port, and 2083 port 80 FTP port and SMTP port is forwarded to the CWP admin panel. If you do not do this, the DNS propagation will not take the effect. And if you see the DNS propagation, you can see what we have set is ns1.testingo.in. It has propagated in some areas. For Switzerland it has been updated, and for Malaysia it has been updated. It will take some time to replicate. Once it is updated for all the regions, you are good to go. It is propagating because I have forwarded the port to the local IP. Now the build is complete, and you can see you are currently running PHP version 8.2.0. So our PHP has been set to the latest version. So we have successfully configured the NAT settings, DNS name server and PHP version to the latest. Let me go back to the dashboard. I hope the video was informative, and let's meet in a next video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this video and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon to get notified whenever I post new content.